What's going on, everyone? My name's Mark and this is Mako Reselling. In today's video, I've got another thrift haul for you. I buy things at thrift stores like Goodwill, places like Goodwill, garage sales, estate sales, resell them on eBay. And in today's video, I've got some great finds that I've found the last week or two. I'll let you know what I paid for it, what I expected to sell it for, and any other information around it. We got a lot to go over, so let's go ahead. Let's dive right in here. First item is a Calvin Klein woman's blazer. This is new with tags, so I would not pick this up if it was not new. This was $5.99. I'll probably list this out about $35 to $42. Hope to get somewhere in there. All right, terrific find here. Not a brand I have a ton of experience selling, but this is Versace, and I was going through the rack. I noticed a suit jacket, Versace suit jacket, which had bad damage on it. I did not buy it. Possibly I could have sold it for like 20 bucks or 30 bucks or something. Damage wasn't too bad. Anyhow, as I got to the pants, I spotted these. These were $4.99. I don't have a ton of experience selling these. I know that a lot of people will authenticate them. That's not something I feel like I need to do in this case because these probably, I would think, will go like 50 to 75, somewhere in that range based on the comps I was looking at. This style, maybe it's possible it goes for more, but I need to do some more research. I just don't find a ton of Versace. I don't want to, risk getting called out for a fake and stuff, so I need to think about some different things there. All right, got a blazer. Blazers have been selling for me, and I've been finding them. This is nice gold buttons. This is a Polo University vintage one here. $5.99. Probably will sell this about 40, somewhere in there, 40 to 45. I do think that has a little bit of small damage, but nothing significant. All right, another blazer here. This is not the greatest brand, Hickey Freeman, but I did pick this up because it's got Laura Piana wool. Definitely something I'll be putting in the title. That should definitely help it. $5.99. Probably go like 40 to 45 on that. Try and get that moved. Little item here that is pretty cool, I think. This is either a toddler or a kid's Amika Okafor Charlotte Bobcats jersey. Won't sell for a ton, maybe like 20, 22 or something. It was $4.99. But this should be a very easy list, and it will sell. Someone will want that. All right, found this on a new rack here. This is Faraday, which is a good brand, although I am not too familiar with how these type of women's dresses do with this. This is linen. That'll certainly help it. And this was, I think, $4.99 or $5.99. I expect probably, because it's linen, like 35 to 40, somewhere in there. And yeah, we'll see how that does. I don't think I've ever sold a Faraday woman's dress before. Okay, saw these on the end of the new rack as well. These are white linen pants, women's pants. Now the brand here is Madewell, which is a pretty good brand for some of their stuff. It does okay, like jeans. I don't know if I'd pick up that. But these are nice and wide-legged, which I think is going to help move them. And again, they're 100% linen. Not the time of year for this exactly, but I still think this was worth picking up for $4.99. All right, another Faraday woman's dress. This was right on the same rack, right next to the one behind me here, or down there. It is not linen, it is cotton, and it is longer. It's more of like a maxi dress here. But I will have to look into this and see how much something like this goes for. I imagine this goes for about 35, somewhere in there, possibly 30. And we'll get it listed out. We'll see. All right, another dress here. I don't buy a ton of dresses, but this was on a new rack. And the brand is Maeve. It is from Anthropologie. Decent enough brand. And this is a nice, woman's maxi dress. So keyworded up with floral and green, and hopefully someone will want it. This is a better spring dress, but I do think I can move that for decent enough money. All right, finally found a decent hat. Actually, I got another one in here too. This is G4 is the brand. It is a golf brand. Definitely one to know. And $2 for this. So something like this, I imagine, will go like 27 to 32. And this one's in very good shape. I actually thought it was new in tags. But happy that I finally found a hat because I've been looking and not finding anything in the hat section. Another hat here, Carolina Panthers hat. This is vintage, and the reason I picked it up is it is sports specialties, which is very good. I haven't looked this up to see how much it'll go for. It's also got some pretty nasty stain there, but that'll be pretty easy. I think I can get that out. That's not too bad. Looks like just like a little bit of a sweat stain. And then it's also got the stain there on the side. I'm not sure that that will matter as well. Someone I think will want this as long as it comes through, or I come through and can get this cleaned up. You know, it is 20% wool, which is pretty cool. And if nobody wants it, I could always keep something like that. All right, some pants here. Pretty basic item. Polo Golf, nice check pattern, $4.99. Probably go like 30 to 35 on these. All right, we've got a Columbia jacket here. This is the Interchange. It's pretty light. Well, not pretty light, but it's not as heavy as some of the Interchanges. These I have been selling. This is a double XL. That's definitely going to help it out. I'll go about 45 to 50 on something like this. Might have to come down to 40, maybe take an offer in there, but we'll see. All right, this was a good find here. The cashier even made a comment. It is a Wrangler, new with tags, jean jacket, Sherpa lined. I don't know if I can see the size here. It is, I can't really tell what the size is. Probably like a medium or a large. Nothing too special with the size. But I did look these up. These are selling better than I expected. I think these sell around $50 being new with tags with this. Also being this jean jacket style. Good find. Did not find much else in the store, in that specific store. I remember I was pretty pissed about that. But that was a good one there. Nothing too special here. Just a new with tags express shirt. Not sure if this is women's or men's. But being new, something like this, $4.99. Hopefully I can sell this about $25, somewhere in that ballpark range. All right, more pants. These are, let's see, Saddlebred. They're new with tags. And let's see if we got the size. Good size, 38, 34, black pants. Probably go like 23 to 27 on these. They were $4.99. New with tag stuff, people will buy it. Guys will buy it because, I mean, this is maybe 40, 50 bucks at the store. They could get it from me for cheaper, much cheaper. This was a good find here. Now, this is a brand called Massif, M-A-S-F-I-F. It is like a outdoor, what is it again? It's like a fire-resistant workwear type vest. These actually sell very well. I will try and remember to post a comp up there, but these sell very well, somewhere 50 to 70. This was $6.99. I was surprised how much those go for. All right, we got some pants here. This is Ballin is the brand. Good dress pant to know. And these definitely have a very long inseam, I could tell. Probably 34s pretty easily. These were $4.99. I'm going to try and get these listed and probably like 30 to 35 on something like this. I'll have to check the material. That kind of felt like polyester. All right, Brooks Brothers woman's sweater, full zip. These can do pretty well. I have one that I got recently that has a corduroy collar, and that one has a lot of views on eBay. This was $5.99. Something like this will probably go for like 27 to 32, I would think. possibly higher if I'm lucky, 35, but we'll see. All right, this one I'm taking a little bit of a risk on, not too familiar. It is a Red Bull Racing Puma full zip, and I didn't really spend a lot of time looking this up in the store. It's got the back hit you can see here, but I kind of figure I can get at least like 35 on this. It's very possible these go for much more. I seem to recall that they do, or some of the like styles with this, and then some are just absolutely nothing. But this is like a Red Bull Racing Team. It's Puma. Hopefully that could do pretty good. Terrific find here. This is an online purchase through eBay. New tags, matte line art, vintage kind of throwback jersey. It's got the stitching here. You can see it's stitched on, and you can see the Reebok there. So, I can't say for sure this is vintage, but, you know, I am going to actually hold on to this because I think that this will go up a little bit in value in the next year or two. It's always going to be something I think people are looking for. But I am going to hold on to that just because I like it. All right, decent item here. Not great. This is a Ryder Cup woman's Nike kind of golf vest. And this was $5.99. I think I can get between 25 to 30. Sort of a questionable buy. It did have a little bit of a stain too, but I'll get it moved. All right, good find here. This is an Eddie Bauer packable puffer full zip. It is also new tags, and this is the Cirrus Light down jacket. I'm going to try and get about 50 to 60. I think the MSRP is about 120 on this, or 110 or something like that. So hopefully I can get like 50 to 70, somewhere in that ballpark range. Another Eddie Bauer Just jacket here. Now this one is not new, but I thought it was because they were right next to each other. But this is another like packable puffer jacket. It is a 3XL, I think it's a tall XL as well. Reversible. I'll have to look at that and see how it looks on the other side. And you can see that A is the sign for the First Ascent. With Eddie Bauer, and a lot of that First Ascent stuff, like that outdoor stuff, is definitely worth picking up. Eddie Bauers are very good with their outdoor type stuff. Not so much for like flannels and shirts and stuff like that, but their outdoor stuff is good. All right, I think this is just kind of a typical item here. New tags, Banana Republic sweater. Probably go like around 27 on this. XX 2XL, so that'll help it move. Buy cost was $4.99. And the Eddie Bauer buy cost were $6.99 for each of those jackets. All right, got some shorts. Don't pick up a ton, but these are Izod plaid shorts, new tags. Probably will get these moved about 21 to 25, somewhere in there. Those were $4.99. Got some pants here. Looks like these are polo pants. And let's see if they're possibly no, I don't think they're vintage. 40-32. Probably go like 24 to 28 on these. Nice brown pants. Good fall pants there. All right, we got some Nike golf polo here. Now, main reason I did pick this up is that it's got the US Open logo there. Definitely will help it. This was $4.99. Size as well, 3XL. I probably would have picked it up in a smaller size. And I'll probably go about 27, 28 on this. Hopefully I can get that much. If not, I'm sure someone will pick it up at a cheaper price. Okay, just a couple more items here. We've got some great pants here. Great brand. Canali. Definitely one you want to know. These are men's dress pants. Check them over, no flaws. I don't see the size, but I can get it measured out. Looks like it's the models here, Tessuto, and it's wool. I expect I can get between 40 to 45 on these. and get those listed out here, you know, because winter is coming. Great finds here in the store. I actually saw a guy pick these up, look at them. He was checking them out and everything. These are new tags, Polo Ralph Lauren, men's pants, and MSRP about $90 on these. Now, I did find these probably about 2 or 3 months ago. I found a pair of these, and they sold. They sold for $44, shipped them out, and then they just got lost in the mail. Like, they didn't get delivered to the guy's house, and they're actually, it's still in limbo. So definitely that kind of sucked that I missed out on like a, you know, $40, $30, $38, $37 profit, and it's just in the mail, just sitting there, still in limbo. But yeah, I think those I'll list out probably between like 45 to 50, somewhere in that range. All right, good pair of pants as well. Some more Polo Ralph Lauren. Now these are 100% linen. They're nice and blue. I'm praying that there's no sort of hole. I did scan these over multiple times. These were $6 at the one of the thrift stores I go to from time to time. And hopefully there's no sort of flaws on there. Seem to be getting lots of flaws in my clothes, like stains, rips that I'm not seeing. So trying to do better at that. Okay, last item here. These are some men's golf pants, $4.99, and nothing too special about them. Probably list them out between 25 to 30. Something like this will sell, these performance type pants, and very light, easy to move for people. Anyhow, that's all I got for today. Had some great finds, I feel like, the last week or two. Some of the clothes, as mentioned, did have some like small flaws, I remember. I picked them up, but I do have a pile of stuff I will take back. Anyhow, appreciate the time. Subscribe, like, do all the YouTube stuff. Thanks.